If you think about the world of Stranger Things, it's easy to get swept up in the psychic powers, the monsters from other dimensions, and the sheer, earth-shaking spectacle of it all. But sometimes, the most heroic figure isn't the one with superpowers. It's the one standing next to them, scared out of their mind, but who chooses to stand their ground anyway. That person, time and time again, is Lucas Sinclair. His journey isn't about learning to fight without fear. It's something much more relatable and much more powerful. It's about learning how to take that knot of fear in your stomach and use it as fuel. Lucas Sinclair has what we might call a fighter's mentality, and it's the quiet, beating heart of the party's survival. To understand this, we have to go back to the beginning. In Season 1, Lucas is the skeptic. While Dustin is delighted by the mystery and Mike is immediately protective of Eleven, Lucas is the one ringing the alarm bells. He's suspicious, he's wary, and he's openly hostile toward Elle. On the surface, this might look like him just being a jerk or a bad friend. But if you look closer, you see the first glimpse of his core instinct assessment. Lucas is scared. He's scared of this strange, powerful girl who has crashed into their lives right as his best friend has gone missing. His fear doesn't paralyze him, it makes him hyper-vigilant. He's constantly scanning for threats, questioning inconsistencies, and pushing for a logical plan. This is the first step of his mentality. Fear doesn't make him run and hide, it makes him look danger directly in the face to understand it. He channels the nervous energy of fear into focus. This really comes into its own when the threat becomes physical. Lucas isn't a born soldier like some characters in other stories. He's a kid from Hawkins with a slingshot. But that slingshot becomes a symbol of his mentality. He doesn't have a laser gun or psychic powers. He has a simple, precision tool that requires skill, nerve, and a steady hand. Every time he loads a rock into that slingshot, he's making a choice. The fear is there, the Demogorgon is terrifying, the Mind Flayer is a colossal nightmare, but he forces that fear through the funnel of his will. It becomes concentration. It becomes aim. The iconic moment in Season 1 where he distracts the Demogorgon to save his friends isn't a moment of fearless bravery. It's a moment of sheer, willful action in spite of pure terror. His body is screaming to run, but his mind is calculating the shot. That's the transformation, fear in, action out. His entire arc with Max in Season 2 is a masterclass in this. Here, the threat isn't just a monster, it's emotional, it's social, it's deeply personal. Max is the new girl, and Billy is her terrifyingly abusive stepbrother. Lucas's fear here is complex. He's afraid of Billy's violence, sure, but he's also a teenage boy afraid of rejection, of messing up, of not being cool enough. Yet, how does he channel it? He doesn't back down. He persistently tries to connect with Max, to warn her, to include her. When Billy is hunting them down, Lucas's fear for Max overrides everything. He doesn't become a flawless hero, he makes a plan. He leads her into the junkyard, uses his knowledge of the terrain, and again, uses his slingshot, a tool of the underdog, to make a stand. He takes the fear of getting hurt, and the even deeper fear of seeing someone else get hurt, and turns it into protective action. He stands between the threat and the person he cares about, even when he's shaking. Season 4 is where Lucas's fighter's mentality is tested in its most brutal crucible. This is no longer about channeling fear into protecting his friends in a chaotic scramble. This is about deliberate, agonizing courage. To save Max from Vecna, the party needs someone on the inside of the chaotic, popular world of Hawkins High basketball. Lucas makes the conscious, difficult choice to step away from his core friends and join the team. For Lucas, this is terrifying in a whole new way. It's the fear of abandonment, of losing his identity, of being seen as a traitor. He's scared of losing Dustin and Mike, and he's scared of failing to save Max. The pressure is immense, but he does it anyway. He channels that cocktail of fear and guilt into discipline. He becomes a starter. He wins the big game. And this sets the stage for his greatest, most heartbreaking test. In the finale, he is alone in the Creel House with a possessed Max. There are no friends to back him up, no Elle to swoop in with powers. It's just Lucas, his fists, and the love for his friend against a supernatural evil. Watch his face in that scene. You see every ounce of fear. You see the tears, the desperation, the sheer horror. But you see his body move. When Vecna throws him across the room, he gets back up. He crawls. He screams Max's name. He holds her. He is physically overpowered in every sense, but his will to act is never broken. He is using every last shred of his being, every bit of energy that fear is giving him, the adrenaline. The focus, the desperation, and pouring it into the simple, human actions of trying to reach and hold on to someone he loves. It is the purest expression of his mentality. Fear does not own him. It fuels him. So, what can we, as normal people, take from Lucas Sinclair's fighter's mentality? We're not facing demogorgons. Our fears are different: fear of failure, of embarrassment, of loss, of the future, of not being good enough. Lucas shows us that courage isn't the absence of that fear, it's the conversation you have with it. It's acknowledging the knot in your stomach and then asking, okay, this is scary. What is the very next thing I can do? For Lucas, the do is always specific. It's load the slingshot. It's warn Max. It's take the shot. It's join the team. It's get back up. It's hold her hand. He breaks down the overwhelming, paralyzing big fear into a small, actionable step. That's something every single one of us can practice. The fear of a big presentation becomes the action of writing one note card. The fear of a difficult conversation becomes the action of saying the first sentence. The fear of loneliness becomes the action of sending one text. Lucas Sinclair is the anchor of the party because he is the most human of them all. He doesn't have a secret government past or super intelligence or otherworldly powers. He has a sister who teases him, he worries about being cool, he loves Star Wars, and he falls in love with a skater girl. His superpower is entirely internal. It's a mindset. It's the decision, made over and over, in basements and forests and nightmare mansions, that when fear comes, and it will always come, you don't let it be the end of the story. You let it be the spark. You take that jittery, cold, nervous energy and you funnel it. You aim it. You use it to steady your hand, to raise your voice, to take the next step, to throw the next punch, to reach out for the person next to you. That's the fighter's mentality. It's not about winning every battle. Lucas loses plenty. It's not about being unbreakable. We see him break down in tears more than once. It's about the relentless commitment to action. Fear is the signal that something matters. Lucas Sinclair teaches us to listen to that signal and then to move. Because in the gap between feeling afraid and taking action, that's where real courage lives. And that is something anyone, in any world, even our ordinary, monster-free one, can learn to summon.